viewers, and welcome to Everyday Champions. We're joined today by Brian Remington, who has an incredible story of survival and overcoming obstacles in his life. Brian, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us today, and I'm going to kind of introduce a little bit about what has transpired with you, which is pretty amazing. You've overcome a horrific accident. I mean, a little bit, I'm going to tell our audience that you were on a motorcycle going in excess of 100 miles an hour.
Correct. Had
a horrible accident. You're now an ambassador for Bonfils Blood Center because over 20 units of blood helped save your life, plus so many other things like that. Why don't you share your story with us?
It was late one evening. I was out basically drinking, doing the wrong things in life. I was sitting there and I thought to myself, what are you doing, Brian? You need to go home. So I took off on my motorcycle down the highway, doing about 120 miles an hour, everything it could do. I sneezed and went around a couple cars, and that sent me veering into the wall on the highway. As a result of this, I had my arm broken in 5 places, skin and tissue torn off the bone, lacerated every internal organ except my right kidney and my heart, basically. So I was bleeding profusely on the scene, waited for the ambulance to come, got me to the hospital. When they opened me up, I had 1 liter of blood in my abdomen and a 1.5 liter blood clot. I'm kind of emotional about this because what it took to overcome that night and from up to this point has been a pretty good journey. I've had to learn how to walk again since then. I've had to learn how to find different strengths inside of me. Strength of patience, strength of discipline. I think that's a big reason why I run too, is to find the discipline within myself. And it's just something I got to do every day, just to reaffirm that discipline and the strength it's taken to overcome these obstacles that I've had to.
Now, were you an athlete beforehand?
I would say no, not really. I had tried running a few years before my accident, and after my divorce, I kind of gave up on myself for a short period of time. And it was my son that actually got me back into running. When I was rehabilitating, I seen him do 5 miles on the treadmill, and he made me walk beside him while he did that 5 miles. And it struck me as like, I want to be able to do that one of these days. And now I've ran 2 full marathons. This year alone, I've run 8 half marathons, plus the Colorado Relay. And I just strive to go further distances in my life.
Well, that's phenomenally amazing, and we've talked before and stuff like that. Explain a little bit more. I mean, your son was really a huge part of your recovery, wasn't he?
Absolutely. My son, he's a strength and conditioning coach, and he's never given up on me. He knew I had the strength inside of me to continue through life, much less become an athlete. He knew I had strength inside of me when I didn't even know I had it. I was so depressed after my wreck, I would just lay in bed in the dark. And he came in my room one day, kicked the door up and said, "Get up, we're going to work out," you know. And from that point on, he's not only pushed me, but he's been my rock. You know, he's never let me give up on myself, when at times I probably wanted to. And he forced me to get out of bed. Let's go. He would run with me. He would take me to the gym. I had a cast on my arm. He had me in the gym lifting weights and getting on the treadmill and running. And to this very day, we talk to each other every day, and he still encourages me, and is still very interested in my successes.
I can only imagine that he was such a huge inspiration to you in helping pull you through that very difficult time. And I can only imagine now you've got to be a huge inspiration to him and a whole bunch of others. Now you're out there doing a lot of half marathons and stuff like that, and marathons and the Colorado Relay just recently and stuff. What are you hoping to portray to others?
That never give up on yourself. You can overcome anything. There's a strength inside of each one of us. You may not know it's there, but if you just reach down and just pull it out, that's basically what you got to do. Just reach down, pull that strength out from inside yourself. We all have it, and once you find it and you get a taste of that strength, it's so sweet. It's just now that I found that strength inside of myself, I can't let myself get below the successes, or I can't let myself drop below a certain level anymore. It's just, I've always strived to do more and more and more because I know I can do more.
That's amazing, and now you're very much involved with bond fees and that. And when I think about over 20 units of blood, and you told me just a little while ago it was 22 units of blood just in the first night.
Correct.
How many total units of blood did they have to use?
I know of at least 25, because they would come to me and say, look, Brian, you need another surgery. We're going to have to give you more blood during the surgery. And at the time, I was scared to actually take the blood, because your thoughts run wild of diseases and other things. But they reassured me that that our blood's cleaned, it's been screened and everything. So I've learned to trust there also with bond fees, and I've learned to trust myself in the process. And it's an incredible thing to be able to have that trust with myself and with the community that donates and gives.
And now you're an ambassador for bond fees. What does that mean exactly?
To me personally, or just in general?
Just in general.
An ambassador for bond fees, we try and raise awareness of giving blood and what it means. To me, giving blood is a heroic act. We have our firemen, we have people in the service, we have police officers, and all these people are considered heroes. My heroes are blood donors. It's very simple to go out and give a blood donation. It takes less than an hour. It's painless, and one donation can save 3 lives. And how is that not a heroic act to save a life?
Absolutely, and I can only imagine too that just hearing that. I mean, 22 units of blood. I don't know if you can get your arms around how much blood that is, because what does the human body have? So that's got to be almost replacing your blood 2-3 times.
Yeah, almost. I think 7 to 10 units for an average man would fill your body. So yeah, I took almost 3 times that amount.
Well, that's really incredible. And so we definitely encourage you as well with bond fees to definitely do make a donation. Go out there and be a hero yourself. But we're here with everyday champions Brian Remington, who has overcome amazing obstacles. Now, Brian, let's get a little bit more personal stuff. How's your personal life going?
My personal life is great. I went from being divorced, not thinking there was a person in this world cared for me, and now I have the love of my life in my life at this point. Couldn't be happier. I have somebody that truly cares for me, and I know how that feels now, to where I don't think I did that night of the wreck. I don't think I knew how it felt to be loved. That's an overwhelming feeling. I mean, it's one of the better feelings I've ever felt in my life, because I didn't think I would ever experience that. And yeah, it's choking me up, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, I can definitely.
It's just a great feeling to be loved. To experience love and get that chance, it's phenomenal.
Well, that's amazing. You've overcome an amazing thing, and I know you were a huge inspiration, because we met a little bit over a year ago and participating in an event, and you came up asking me some questions about events and how to do that. And so I know we have plans in the future to do something with bond fees and do a big event and really push blood driving out there, because it is really important. It is something simple and whatnot, but I think if anything that I get out of this today is that no matter what, you can make a difference in life, and that's what Everyday Champions is about, is regular people out there doing extraordinary things to overcome extreme obstacles. So I'm Lonnie Summers. We'll see you next time on Everyday Champions.